Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. If you love these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. Folks, today we are discussing my favorite Vacheron Constantin, and perhaps by the end of the video, it might even be yours. Launched in the mid-1990s in a series of 200 pieces, this is the Vacheron 43041 Saltarello, 200 pieces in white gold. It is a jump hour and retrograde, exquisitely slender, using the legendary caliber 1120. This is the 1120/2. The timepiece on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist is a cushion case profile that wears with a wonderful anachronistic charm, as it's designed to evoke Vacheron watches of the 1920s and 1930s, before the idea of round wrist watches had become standardized, when almost anything seemed possible and almost any shape. Now, it is a compact watch, only 8.6 millimeters thick. The watch is only 43 millimeters from lug to lug, and from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock across the wrist, it's 36 millimeters. And I would say 36 millimeters is probably a good way of thinking about the size of this watch. It is like a 36 millimeter round watch. The spacing between the lugs is an evocative 19 millimeters, as this is a traditional dress complication, and the watch is exquisitely fitted with a rather substantial alligator leather strap. You can see matte finish, large rectangular scale bolstering down the center, sheer-sided profile showing the layers of construction, a monotone stitch, and then calfskin on the underside, as this is a brand new Vacheron factory strap, made in France, handmade I should say, probably by Camille Fournet, the OEM supplier to Vacheron. There is a simple Vacheron Maltese cross motif, white gold buckle, factory equipped to match the watch, which is also white gold. You can see the individual numbering on the case flank. This watch is 130 out of 200. The case flank is simple but strong. As you can see, Vacheron decided to stagger the structure of the lugs. Rather than having one projecting form, you have a sort of stair or staggered succession of forms, starting at the case, the intermediate, and then the tip. It's almost like the top of the Chrysler building. The watch does have a little bit of a compound curvature to its case. You can see it's not all hard angles, but the case back and the bezel rise up in a stepped form to add additional definition. The watch is entirely of high polish, and it wears that high polish well, as it has a traditional grace and discretion to it. Now, the dial is the real deal. Rose lathe guilloche, that is, guilloche cut on a 19th century style rose lathe by an artisan, a guillocheur, who is skilled in the operation of the device. This is not stamped guilloche. White gold hand, white gold indices, white gold numerals, and white gold frame for the jump hour. Now you turn the retrograde system all the way to the end, and you can see there is a wonderful 1920s inspired sort of Art Nouveau font that is used for the hours themselves. How much do you love that open 9 right there? The watch has a wonderfully crisp and precise retrograde action. The jump hour is instantaneous, and of course the timepiece does look a little bit like a bathroom scale. I'm not going to argue with you there, but wow, would I love to strap this thing on every morning as I weigh myself. This is a watch that is a heavyweight in a compact package. The case back, caliber 1120/2, 38 joules, beaten away at 19,800 vibrations per hour. Geneva Hallmark, you can see it on the half bridge for the balance as well as on the base plate below. Freehand engraved rotor with the Maltese cross, not just freehand skeletonized, but freehand engraved, and you can see how many sharp interior angles have been rendered on this structure. Not only has the rotor itself been engraved, but you could see that the 21 karat mass outboard has also been engraved. The watch has a 40-hour power reserve, and it is ultra thin, as this is the JLC 920 Bausch that was designed in 1967 for Patek Vacheron and Audemars Piguet. Patek used it in the Nautilus Jumbo, Audemars in the Royal Oak Jumbo, Vacheron memorably in the 222 sports watch, and it lives on here. The base caliber itself is only 2.45 millimeters thick. One of the reasons that this watch with complication is only 8.6 millimeters thick. Now you can see it is beautifully executed with black polished screw heads, true mirrored anglage, and you could see it glowing just in the light of my light box. Every jewel and screw countersink features the same anglage. There's satin finishing on the wheels, and you can see the ratchet wheel atop the barrel featuring that satin sunburst. There is a ring, a beryllium ring that runs all the way around the movement. You can see that the rotor itself is 360 degrees. There is a weight on one side, but it does run all the way around. There are 4 ruby rollers mounted in the base plate that allow the rotor to be set ultra low without any danger of coming in contact with the plates or bridges. So that's how this watch manages to be so thin. This is ultra thin watchmaking in a 1960s paradigm, and beautiful for it. Immaculately hand finished right down to the engine turned perlage on the base plate. You can see that there's black polish on the regulator assembly, the stud holder, as well as the cap above the timing pins of the movement. Everything about this watch is redolent of Vacheron's sophistication and haute de gamme watchmaking. One of the greats of its era, and my favorite Vacheron. Only 30 meters water resistant, but hey, if you swim with this, we can't be friends. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox.